Welcome to Unleash the Awesome with Dave Gambrill. All of us have unique skills, talents, and abilities that aren't being used to their full potential. Our mission is to share the people, tools, apps, and other resources that will help you unleash your awesome on the world.
Yo, what's up? This is Dave. Welcome to another episode of Unleash the Awesome. Today, let's talk about the very delicate balance of positioning yourself in the marketplace, branding yourself in the marketplace as either the guru on the mountain or the person who comes alongside and helps your prospects, your clients, your customers. Those are kind of the two ends of the spectrum, right? The super talented expert person up on the mountain that you have to earn your way up there to get their counsel, and it might cost you a lot to get there, versus the person who comes alongside to help them out. And there's really no hard and fast rule on this, but you have to do some balance or some combination of these things to make sure that people understand that you are an authority worth listening to, but you can't spend a lot of time there because people will not feel like they can reach that same level of success that you've had. And so they'll just not even try. They won't even start on the journey. So I can give you some examples of this. So the guru on the mountain piece, that really has to do with how you establish yourself as an authority or how you get credibility or social proof or whatever the case may be. So if you have some things to show in the marketplace of success, your own success, or sometimes even better, success of your clients, testimonials, things like that, that will help establish you as somebody worth listening to, that people should look at and learn from. And then that way you don't have to spend a lot of time saying, hey, I'm super smart, you should listen to me, I know what I'm doing, because you have all of that social proof behind you in the way of testimonials and things like that. That's another reason why I always encourage you to get your content out there through mediums like this, podcasts, but also blog posts or social media, whatever it is that you're most comfortable with. Get started in publishing content and get it out there so people can see it. They can start learning from it, and then other people will see it and learn from it and then give you feedback or comments or say, hey, that was really great, thank you so much. Then you start building testimonials and social proof and things like that. That way you don't have to be that person up there that's trying to say like, hey, I'm a smart person, you should listen to me. One of the most egregious offenses of this I see when we are available, when it is possible to network in person with people. Right now, as I'm recording this podcast, we are on some phase of lockdown due to this pandemic. It happens to be April 27th when I'm recording this, 2020. So we're not exactly doing networking events right now, but when you can, when we're doing them again, one of the most egregious examples of this is when you go to these networking events and somebody comes up to you and goes, hi, my name's Dave and I do this and I do this and I can help these people and I'm really smart and you should listen to me and here's my card and let's do business. And you're like, ew, no, thank you, goodbye, right? That person doesn't have the confidence or the social proof or the any credibility that says they should be that person that you should listen to, or the guru on the mountain, if you will. And so because there's no information there for you to work from, they spend all that time doing this, verbal vomit of information on you, like, hey, you should listen to me, I'm really smart. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. I've never seen it work. I would not suggest that you ever do that. If you're in a situation like that and you really want to have some posture, one of the best things to do is spend more time being interested than being interesting. So if you are in that network situation, spend a lot of time being interested in that person. Hey, help me understand what it is you do. Who do you serve? How can I help you? Things like that. That will help you establish yourself as an authority, even if you don't have a ton of authority to work from, even if you're new in the workforce or whatever. So that's the one extreme, right? The guru on the mountain. And again, you got to have some credibility, some social proof, some reason why people would listen to you. But then the best place to be is the person who then comes alongside to help out. So if you know Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, you will fully understand this. If you've ever watched a Star Wars movie or a Pixar movie, you will understand this. And if you want a deeper dive on it from a marketing perspective, you should check out the book StoryBrand from Donald Miller, because really all that is an overlay of the hero's journey from Joseph Campbell, but from a marketing perspective. And the whole idea is You are the person who maybe you were the guru on the mountain, but now you've come down off the mountain and you've come alongside the people that you're trying to serve, your prospects, your clients, your customers. You come alongside them in the journey. Some examples that I'll give you from those movies. If you think about Star Wars, and by the way, there might be some spoiler alerts here if you've not seen these movies. If you think about Star Wars and Obi-Wan Kenobi or Yoda, or maybe you've seen the Pixar movie Inside Out, if you think of the character Bing Bong that shows up in that movie. And there's lots of other Pixar movies where this is relevant. I think, as far as I know, every Pixar movie has this. It follows a hero's journey. What happens is, right, you have somebody that's going on their mission. So if you think in Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, he's off trying to do his thing. He meets the princess. He needs to go save the world from this dark overlord. And he's going on this journey to do this thing and save everybody. And here we go. And along the way, in the different movies, in one of the first ones, in terms of chronologically when they came out, which is actually the fourth movie. I know it's confusing, but he meets Obi-Wan Kenobi. And Obi-Wan Kenobi is that guy who is the guru on the mountain who has come down, and he works alongside Luke Skywalker and teaches him the Force. And then usually in a lot of these movies, here's a spoiler alert, the person who comes down alongside them usually has some kind of untimely demise, which is also not unusual for you in a marketing perspective. I'll tell you why in a second. So Yoda was that same person for Luke Skywalker, comes alongside, helps. Luke is on his hero's journey, if you will. If you think about Bing Bong, again, in the movie Inside Out, this character Bing Bong comes along and helps these people through this process and getting through this journey that they're on. And then Bing Bong doesn't have a great ending. So the same thing can happen for you, though, and that's fine because you are only trying to serve your clients and customers for a certain period of time. In a lot of cases, people come to you for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, but very rarely for a lifetime, right? It's usually a reason or a season. So they come to you to help them get through something, and so you become the hero or the guide that comes alongside the hero, and you position them as the hero. You are not the hero. You are not the guru on the mountain. You are the person that comes alongside them. You help them on their journey, and then they reach a certain point where you're not going to help them anymore because you were playing within a certain boundary, and so then they've outgrown your relationship or they need to go get somebody else. And that's how I operate. I don't coach people forever. We get to a point where I've coached them and they've grown to a point where they need to go find another coach in a certain area so that they can grow, because I serve people in a certain boundary, if you will, or a certain niche. So again, that's kind of like me as the guide having my untimely demise, if you will. I get the person far along on their journey. I get them to where I'm supposed to get them to on the journey between the two of us. And then I kind of exit the situation and they continue on their hero's journey. And perhaps they have another guide, or they read another book, or they have another coach, or they take another course, or they go to another conference, whatever that is. But that is the next phase, right? So, and then you will vacillate between these two extremes of being the guru on the mountain or the hero that comes, or the guide that comes alongside, right? Hero on the mountain, or the guide on the mountain, or the guru on the mountain versus the guide that comes alongside. And one of the things you can do, especially if you are doing, if you're a speaker, a trainer, a coach, a consultant, maybe you show up on people's podcasts or things like that. One of the things that can help you establish yourself as an authority is your bio. So if you have the person read the bio before you take the stage, or you do your podcast interview or whatever, that helps establish you as an authority with some credibility. And then you don't have to spend any time in the conversation that you have with them doing any of that stuff. You can just talk about how you come alongside people and serve them. So you don't need to talk about how smart you are, or how brilliant you are, or how awesome your services are. You can talk more about real world situations and scenarios where you've helped people. You can talk about stories and testimonials of people that you served. And then you can just sit there and serve that audience to the best of your ability. And then they will come find you. They will come find your website or your podcast or whatever, because you have served them through what you've taught or whatever you've helped them with in that conversation or that episode or that keynote or whatever it is you're doing. And then they see you as the person that comes alongside. Because one of the things that I found in this space is that so many people spend so much time saying, like, I'm the guru on the mountain, that the prospects, the customers, the clients can't relate to you. So if you spend a lot of time doing that, they're like, I can't No, that doesn't even make sense to me. I can't even connect what's going on. One of the most powerful things you can do from a marketing perspective, and certainly from a leadership perspective, is to meet people where they are. Meet them where they are on their journey. And that's exactly what the guide who comes alongside does. You meet them where they are in their journey. You become the guide that helps them. Again, the book StoryBrand by Donald Miller talks about this, and it can give you step-by-step how you do this. And then you help them get success. Obviously, you have success. You're getting paid to help coach them through this, or they're taking your course or whatever. Then you have another success story, and then you can just talk about that story, which helps position you as the guru on the mountain. But you can still stay in that very good position of being the guide that comes alongside, and that's where you'll have more success. So I hope that served you. If you have not checked out my group on Facebook, Digital Marketing Mentorship with Dave Gambrill, we talk about stuff like this all the time. I'd encourage you to come check it out. And if you have any questions or comments for me, or you want me to talk about something on an upcoming episode of this podcast, look me up on Instagram. It's just my last name, Gambrill, Gambrill. Connect with me on there. Send me a message. Let me know what you'd love for me to talk about, or give me some feedback on some of these other episodes that you listen to. I would love to interact with you. So until next time, make sure you go out and unleash your awesome on the world. See ya.
Thanks for listening to Unleash the Awesome. Please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review wherever you listen to your podcasts. And please share us on your favorite social media platforms using #UnleashAwesome.